What's up, Zombie Slayers? This is KJ48, and welcome back to my 7 Days to Die single player Let's Play. This is episode 59, and sorry about the nighttime run back to base, but I figured this could be exciting because it is nighttime and I did have screamers outside my base, so I figured I would just start the video running back to base while I explain what we're going to do today. And first of all, I just put up the Horde Night just now. You guys, this will be going up the next day. So how about that Horde Night, man? Pretty cool. I enjoyed myself quite a bit. Some of you guys have mentioned that the past couple videos have sound muted, kind of like you're listening to a cot in your ears. And I know what I did wrong on that. There's an equalizer setting for the new headset I have, and I set it to voice because I wanted my voice to sound good. But then I realized after you guys said that yeah, it'll make my voice sound good, but the problem is it gives you that muted sound, so that kind of sucks. So I went ahead and put it back to no equalizer, and the game should sound proper again. Right here I am looking for, yep, okay. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be making fertilizer. We're also going to be working on the base. I want to get a loot run in between this and next Horde Night. I'm thinking next video might be a loot run. We'll see. We'll see. We got to get some loot runs in, guys. We got to mix up a little bit. I know you guys are all gung-ho about the building. I know you love the building. My building episodes always do better. But we got to mix it up a little bit. We're going to get some cars. We're gonna go to a loot run. I don't know. We'll go somewhere. We'll go somewhere. Should be pretty fun. Should be pretty fun. So we're going to get back into base here, and we're going to make some fertilizer because I'm going to need redwood. I've changed some of the ideas about the base. As far as building goes, and I'm going to bring you up to speed in a second. So let me just park this sucker. Good. Is there anything in there? There is not. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let me close this and bring you up to speed on what I've been up to. Okay, so right here, as you can plainly see, I've decided to use this setup for the building, which is going to be my storage building, and where I live. It's going to be where I sleep, where I lay my head down. This right here is Adobe blocks. What is it actually called again? Yeah, there you go. Adobe blocks. Yeah, just Adobe blocks. That's what I thought. So that's a setup. I was going to make it all out of this peach Adobe, but I didn't like the look. So I didn't want to make it out. I didn't want to make the whole building out of wood because I've made a lot of buildings out of wood. Now none of these buildings are going to be wood. So I could have technically made the whole building out of wood. It would have really contrasted nicely to the other buildings in the area. At least I think so. But I decided against it, and we're gonna have the Adobe in the middle with the windows like they are, and the upgraded 2x wood on the sides with corners and everything. What are we gonna do for the roof? We'll worry about that when the time comes. All right. And by the way, down here is gonna be redwood floor. Okay, I am not going to turn this into redwood floor. This is going to stay wood. Now, in order to... A lot of people's complaints about this flooring right here being wood was there's too much wood because of the farm. Well, the farm's going to change. Alright, before we get any farther, let's get some fertilizer going. Okay, fertilizer. 18, huh? Man, look at all that dirt it uses. So the nitrate powder's the bottleneck there. 18 is actually a pretty good amount of fertilizer, believe it or not. So let's go ahead and dump this crap in here. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this down like this, and this is the way I'm going to build my farm. I think it looks pretty sweet. I'm going to put that up to metal. We got to get some scrap iron first. By the way, I do have my forges going, all of them. Screamers should be coming in, but I also worked on my farm. I've got 174 ears of corn. We should probably do something with that, actually. What can I do with ears of corn? We can make cornmeal, or we can make corn on the cob. Actually, I don't remember corn on the cob. I don't think I've ever made corn on the cob. I think I might have actually done this comparison before, but I'm gonna do it again anyway. So corn on the cob, it doesn't tell you. Well, I can make one. Let's just make one. I'm pretty sure I've done this before, and cornmeal was better. But let's just make the corn on the cob really quick. See how that comes out. All right, while that's cooking, we will go ahead and upgrade this to metal. Gotta be careful. You don't want to upgrade. I don't want to upgrade it past that metal stage. I think this is going to look pretty cool. I was against the idea of metal around the farm. I thought wood would be a good idea to be a farm, you know, material. Because, you know, it's like nature and stuff. Or whatever. Let's get some of these here. That's going to be twice. Whatever, we'll work with that later. Yeah, so... Yeah, but you know what? I don't know, guys. I kind of think this looks way more badass. Like, this is a farm you don't want to F with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come up to this farm, you'd be like, whoa, man, this farm means business. Look at all the metal. Let's not mess around. Let's move on. So, now what does that actually mean? I don't know. I just like the way it looks. And it looks different. It's not just the wood farm I always make in every other series. The idea of this Let's Play is to do different things. So, I think that looks cool. Personally, and it does contrast with the floor nicely. I think the floor can stay wood. The floor is going to stay wood. It's not going to go redwood. This right here is not going to be wood. This is going to be some kind of concrete concoction. We'll work on that later, so you don't have to worry about that. I also put a hatch down here, like so, and I repaired a bunch of the spikes. The spikes aren't fully repaired, but they're repaired. I replaced spikes. I replaced pillars on the outside. So we are safe to build for the night. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and make some cornmeal. I'm going to make 6 for now. And we're going to come over here and check the corn on the cob. Okay, pro tip, guys. You can't just start the fire. I didn't go back and watch the video, but I'm assuming what I did here was I turned on the fire and I didn't hit the cook button. You actually have to hit the cook button. My bad. So, that's okay. All right, so you can't just turn on the fire, obviously. I hit the cook button. That was my mistake. Okay, so we'll let that cook for a little bit. Actually, what we'll do is we will go with the cornbread as well. I'm pretty sure the cornbread is going to be better. That's got to go another minute. That should be plenty. Okay, so what do we got here? So this is... really what I want from this is fullness. I don't really give a crap about stamina. I don't give a crap about wellness. All I care about is fullness. This has way more fullness. Exactly. I thought the corn on the cob was a waste. But, hold on. Cornmeal takes 1 thing of corn for cornmeal. And the cornbread takes 1 cornmeal. So, the cornbread's better. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and make all of this into cornmeal. And we'll eat that corn on the cob just because it's good. Alright, so, now we will go ahead and take our adobe stuff. We'll take some wood, and we're going to get building. We're probably going to need more wood frames. Let's go ahead and make some more wood frames for ourselves. Another 100. I can always burn them if I make too much. It's irrelevant. That cornmeal is going to block this, so let's take that over here and make it in this. 100. Oh, look at that. I made some aloe cream. Alright, nothing in there. Okay. Okay, how are we on food and water? Good enough for now. Getting a little light, but, yeah, that's okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and... You know what? I was told there's no way to salvage one of these things when you put it down, and to be perfectly honest, I don't really care about salvaging it. Let's just get rid of this. Okay. And let's also grab a wrench and pick this one up. Do we have a wrench up here? That's a good question. Probably. Let me take some time and look for a wrench. This is when I miss stuff, guys, it's because I don't like slowing down a video while I search for things. If I really, really need to find something, I'll pause the video and find it. But sometimes I'm going to miss things. I just don't feel like pausing the video. So that's what happens. And silently searching through a chest is death in a Let's Play. So I will not do that. So let's go ahead and pick this up. And we'll just put it down. Oh, crap. I was crafting something in that, wasn't I? That's a good question. Did I lose that stuff, or... What was I crafting? I don't remember. Wood frames. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, well. Whatever. I probably got the resources back, but I didn't notice. Whatever. It's all good. Okay, we need to check on these, too, because when these are done growing... Yeah, they're not done growing. Alright, let's start building this bad boy. Put on our light. Pick up these torches. Pick up the wood. There we go. This little block right here is going to stay there. It's there for a reason. So I'm going to leave it there. And you will see what that reason is when I start building. Okay. Actually, what am I picking this up for? That's going to stay the way it is. Alright, so let's get rid of all our iron. And then we could just hold down the button here to upgrade these. Right, good. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, adobe wall. Alright, so this is going to be a solid wall with no windows because this is where our storage units are going to go. You know what? We should probably start making storage units now because we are going to need those. So for storage units, guys, you are going to need nails and wood. So that should not be a problem. How much wood do I have? I don't have a lot of wood. Let's grab some more wood as well. There we go. Come on over here. Storage. I have no idea. I haven't planned out the storage yet. So I know I'm going to need one for ammo. I know I'm going to need probably 6 at least of these. One for explosive. One for food. One for health. And probably... I can't do any more. Storage. How many for weapons? Let's just make 4 for weapons. If we make too much, who cares? We could just burn it. Okay. Alright, that'll work. Okay, so that's looking good. So what we do up here is we put the wood up here. Trying to think how I'm going to do the... Trying to think of how I'm going to do the ceiling. I should probably plan out the ceiling before I make any final decisions, shouldn't I? We've been down this road before, people. We have been down this road before. Alright, let's... only 10 shingles left, huh? I wonder if I burned some. Let's get rid of all this stuff. As much stuff as we can get out of here. Alright, that should be pretty good. Yeah, I can't believe that's all the shingles I have left. I gotta make some more shingles. Like, I'm thinking I put them somewhere. Again, you guys might be seeing them in the chests. I'm not gonna take time to look for them. If I make them and I didn't need them, I can just burn them in the fire later. It's simply not worth my time to look for them. Let's just make 100. Okay. Yeah, let's plan out the... Well, actually, we can't plan out the roof because this is gonna be a 2-story building. So, yeah, that's a good point. So is the second story going to be on the next level? I think it is. It doesn't have to be. This can be 3 high. I kind of want it to be 4 high because if it's 3 high, it won't look right with the windows. That would be the ceiling. And the windows would have, well, that doesn't look bad, to be honest. I could make this 3 high. Is there any reason not to make it 3 high? Yeah. Yeah, there is. I'm going to make it 4 high. I like it 4 high. Basically, if I make a 3 high, what's going to happen is... Nope. Okay. What's going to happen is, if I make a 3 high, this is going to be the floor, or the ceiling. Alright, guys. Another first for me. I'm going to make a 3 high ceiling. I always make 4 high ceilings, but I think we're going to do the 3 high for this one. So, doing a lot of different stuff here. That's good. You don't want to do this. Not a lot of people, but some people have lamented that I build the same like structures all the time. Well, I don't think that's exactly a fair criticism. It's not without warrant. You know, I don't think it's 100% true, but I think I do have a tendency to build what I know, and I'm trying to do things differently. So a 3 high ceiling is very different for me. I don't normally do that. So hopefully that is making people happy because, you know, that's what I'm here for. All right, so there we go. This might have windows, actually, but if they have windows, it's just going to show the side of another building. Should I even bother making windows when it's going to show the side of another building? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so how much storage is this? This is plenty of storage. We're going to be putting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. We could put 22 chests on that wall. That wall is just fine the way it is. So what we're going to do is, we're going to pick these up. We are going to dig this out. Really need that redwood. Shoot. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. And what we're going to do is we're going to come on over here. We're going to pick all these up. This is not crafting anymore. That is fine. going to go ahead and grab our trusty wrench. Okay. And then we're going to bring this in here. This is going to be the first workbench in here. Whoops. Oh, corner. Ooh. It's a little too fancy. Actually, it doesn't even sit right. And like, oh, that's kind of okay. Nah, there's no point in putting a catty corner in like that. There we go. And we could fit, I think the chemistry station is 3, right? Isn't the chemistry station 3? So we could fit one more of those and then one chemistry station. So two workbenches and one chemistry station. I am perfectly fine with that. That is good. Should we put some windows in here? I don't know. It would be nice to have windows to look out of when you're working. But again, you're just going to be looking at the side of a building. I don't know. I think we'll put windows in there anyway. I think that'd be cool. Now, where do I want to put the windows? We'll worry about that later. We're not going to worry about that right now. Should we put corners in here? Should we put these in here as well? I usually save the wood ramps for the outside. But hell, why not put it on the inside? There's no reason not to that I can think of. Okay, so that's got to be a full block right there. That's for sure. Yeah. All right, that's going to be a full block. That's got to be a full block. So that's going to be a chemistry station. So I don't know how I want to put the windows here. I don't like putting windows. I never put a window next to a corner block. Like, I never put a window next to a corner, ever. And if I'm not going to do that, it's not going to line up properly because my workbenches and my chemistry station are both going to be on the corner block. And I could move them in closer. And, I mean, I could put a workbench here and a chemistry station right next to it. And then only have one of each. And then I can put windows up there. But I think having the extra workbenches, I mean, I could put some over here, but I didn't really plan for that. Fuck it. I'm not going to put any windows. That was my initial, always go with your gut. If your first gut instinct is don't put any windows, don't put any windows. If this was looking over something that was interesting, then I might put a window here, but it's just going to be looking over a concrete wall, Be like those cities in, like those apartments in New York that have a window and you're just looking at a brick wall. Okay. All right, so that's done like that. Let's come on up here and look around. Okay, so now we're going to come over here. This is going to be a full wall. There ain't going to be no... You know what? I could put windows in here. I could easily put windows in here. Because I'm going to have... Basically, the way the chests are going to work is I'm going to have a chest down here, and then I'm going to have a chest up here. Like, this is holding it. So I could theoretically put a window there. That's good. All right. I like that. It gives me the option if I want to. Options are always good, people. All right, so let's put these in. Let's put this in. This is going to be a whole floor. We're going to need a lot more of these wood frames. This is going to be a wood ceiling, but I'm going to put the redwood on top. So it's going to be like a double thing. It's going to be like the ceiling and then redwood on top. So that way they're not so that way you don't have a redwood ceiling, but basically up here, which is going to be my bedroom. Maybe I should put the bedroom on a 3rd story. The thing is, if I put the bedroom on 3rd story, I don't know what I would do with the 2nd story. Like, what would I even do with it? Like, I don't know. Maybe make like a war room or something. Ooh, a war room, like a council room. Who am I counseling with? I don't know. It'd be pretty cool though. Yeah, a war room. I could probably do that. I really like the idea of having my bedroom on the 3rd floor because then I can see over the walls and it's above everything else. Yeah, we're doing that. This is gonna be a war room. I don't know how to make a war room, but we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. So this is gonna come over here. That's fine like that. Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna look nice. Damn. Let's go check on that redwood. I really need those freaking redwood flowers. Hurry up, man. Also, while we have a minute, why don't we go ahead and grab some fertilizer and put that down? Oh my... Oh, God, I didn't notice that. Holy Jesus! Whoa! Excuse me. I did not expect that. Well, damn. I would set it up... I would cut it in half and set up half in the other workbench, but I kind of don't want to tie up both my workbenches. I want to have one. Don't I have three? I don't know where the other one is. To be perfectly honest, I don't want to slow down the video by looking for it intently. But let's just take a look really quick. You might have seen it. I didn't. No big deal. Okay. All right. Let's continue building then. All right. So I'm not going to worry about where I'm going to put the windows. I'll just break out the blocks when I figure out where I want to put the windows. Okay. Those gotta come out. There. 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 Oh, something fell. Probably a torch. I broke up all the corpses in between videos, so I'm not really worried about torches at this point. I have a good amount of torches. Thank God. Thank God. We're gonna need more of this adobe. We're gonna need a lot more of this adobe. Let's go grab some adobe mats. Adobe mats are clay, stone, and sand. Adobe. We have no room for it. Let's just put these boxes in here for now. I'm going to plan out where I want to put these boxes off camera because I like to have them in certain places, and it's going to be a lot of thinking and not a lot of excitement. So, all right, adobe. We can make 61. That's it. What am I short on sand? Okay, I'm going to have to do some farming off camera. Yeah. I'm gonna be streaming today. Maybe I'll get some farming done on here. Although I have to farm on all my games. I have to farm on Subsistence. I have to farm on Savage Lands. So it ain't easy. Okay. Let's just get all this up. I don't know what I'm doing with this part yet, so I will just leave it just whatever it is now. I have some ideas, but I haven't made up my mind yet. So, alright, so I can go there. Alright, I think this is coming out good, guys. It's coming out good. I like it. I like it a lot. Do this. You know what I could do in the war room as well? I can make like little walkways down there onto the platforms for the wall. Like, we're in the war room and we're planning and, oh, there's an attack. Everyone get to the wall. Who's everyone? I don't know. My imaginary friends. I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's a freaking apocalypse, dude. I gotta have some imaginary friends. So is that exactly where I wanted the ladder? Did I plan out where I wanted that ladder? Why did I want it so far up here? I don't remember. Probably because I wanted it to go up to the 3rd floor as well. Not really sure where I want to put the ladder. I might change where the ladder is. We'll have to see. Because this is going to be the walk, you know, the way we get to the different floors. The ladder hallway thingy. Okay. Oh, there's my timer. Here's a zombie. By the way, when I was playing yesterday off camera, I left my drawbridge down in like the middle of the night. Nothing came of it, but it was a little scary. A little scary. Alright, so that goes right there. So we need another one of those. Alright, guys. We're going to call this one here. That is going to be it for episode 59. We'll see you next time for episode 60. Till then, take it easy.